and each stroke is its own thing, and it's important just to enjoy the process, which is the essence of Zentangle anyway, right? Here's some fun that I had with ing. The interior of ing is just made to be filled with fun things. So let's get started. I want to do this on my practice page, which is also kind of a keepsake page for me. And you can work in pen or you can work in pencil. It is your choice. Well, what we're going to do is make a series of zigzags down that are different range wide and different diagonals. So yours is, there's no way that yours could look exactly like mine, I don't think, but you're welcome to do that. So I'm going to make a diagonal. And the next one I'm going to do is going to be wider. I'm going to come over here. I think a trick to ing is to work not only slowly, but bigger than, you know, I struggle with working big, and you might too. This one you can see is going to be a little bit wider from here to here. I'm going to make another zag, maybe shorter this time. It's of its own pace though. Do you see? This one is narrower, a 90-degree angle. This is not, they're not designed precisely. It's not the way this pattern is meant to be. Maybe you'll do that one there. That's where I'm going to aim for that dot. And then maybe I'll do one more that kind of trails off on the longish side down here. Okay. The first thing I'm going to do, keep in mind you have this, the whole thing, and I want to aim for the middle. So I'm going to aim with this for the middle here. Do that much. Although we are going to repeat that every time. Now I have from here to here, and I'm going to put a dot where the middle is. I'm going to go from this corner down to here. Remember, we're going to do this pattern twice. We're going to do it on the compilation piece too. This time I have a short range, or shorter than the other two. I'm putting a dot where I view the middle, and I'm going to go from this point to this point. Don't pay any attention to how differently they look. That won't serve you well on this pattern. I have from here to here, and I'm going to mentally or dot divide it. From here, I'm going to connect that dot. Just that much. Okay, this one, as you know, was really long and wonky. I'm going to see where the middle is and have a dot there. From here, I'm going to connect to here. Do just that much. It's kind of cool so far, huh? Can you see it coming to life? Can you see where this is going to end up? Not yet. Okay, it is easiest, I think, to turn your work upside down here. Now that's entirely up to you, but I prefer to do that. Different people will show you different ways. So I'm going to come from this point to this middle here. Don't pay attention to anything you did at the other end, just from here to here. Turn your work a little so things are in front of you. Look at this to this. And put a dot in the middle. Connect from here to the dot. Turn your work ever so slightly. And I'm going to work from here to here, and this is my middle piece. And this one is going to be pretty shallow in comparison with the others. Turn your work a little bit again. You have a straight edge here, just like you had the other times, and all you do is divide it in half with a dot. I'm going to come from this point to here. Take your time, connect your dot. Beautiful. I don't know if you're feeling good about yourself or not, but you should. Your next line is from here to here. Where I think I get in trouble is when I look at the whole piece and I go, ah, I don't know what to do next. Now take it from this dot to here. If you just do this in isolation each time, I think that you'll be just fine. Turn your work back to the front, and that is it. Now you could continue on with this, which is to say you could go from this dot to the middle, from here to the middle, from here to the middle, all the way down again. You end up with something kind of boxy, which is cool in itself, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if you want that or not. Mine, no matter how I tried this time, are a little bit small. So I'm going to fill with a pattern called Munchin on the small ones. Munchin is like this. It's from this point, and it's a series of sticks that radiate out. I love Munchin. And I'm going to do that on the smaller ones. This I consider a smaller one. And from any of the 3 points, I'm going to pull in. Or do you call it pull out? We're both right. There. I hope your feet are on the floor enjoying this process. Okay, this is my smaller one again. I can go from any of the 3 regions, but I feel like going from here, out, out, out. Munchin is a blast of a pattern. I hope that you might try to develop this on something else. Look at, I have to show you because it's handy to me. I did Munchin on here. That's all that pattern is. And it's just all different directions. Anyway, that's for another day. And I do think that I did that on one of my earlier videos. But you know me, I get carried away. Okay, so I feel like going from this point this time. So I'm going to push or pull out. And one more time, choose your direction. Any is fine, but I think doing things differently is healthy for all of us. You notice how this point gets darkened naturally. That said, I do like to go back and just darken it a little bit. So now let's put something of size in the other ones. I'm going to start by doing a simple thing where I pull in all 3 sides of the triangle. And then I'm going to connect them like that. It's called coffering. If you'd like, there is room for you to make an orb in the middle here, depending on how big you did this. We're going to repeat this, so don't worry about it. I have a nice one here. I have 3 points. Dot, dot, and dot. Connect, connect, and connect. And turn my work so I can reach it easily. Put an orb in the middle. Oh, this is lovely. If you know where we're going, why don't you pause me and we can all get our Zen on. And then we will meet back in the middle for our compilation piece. So if we get to practice this again, we will end up having a little bit more fun with this, with shading. And where I'd like to shade first is at the bottom of that pattern called Munchin. One of my all-time faves. I believe you have enough that you don't need to do in here, but if you feel you do, go for it, of course. And you could put a little bit of shading in each of these areas, but they're mighty small, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to push that bit of shading that I made in, and let's move on. That's ing. Okay, so on my compilation piece, this is where I put it, over here. But that's the one without words. So I have a little more room to work with on that one. I do not have as much room to work on the one with words. So what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I decided that I would put ing in a long way down here. I have a couple of big patterns coming. I have to be mighty careful. But I still want to do this pattern. So here we go. I'm going to hang ing off of here and take it all the way down to that corner with back and forth as zigzags. Back and forth, and then over. I'm going to aim for here, a little faster this time. Come down here this time, a little skimpier, I'd say, on my half a triangle. Maybe to the middle on this one. Dot. Oh, that didn't quite make the dot. Oh, well. This one I'm going to take to here. It's going to kind of be a morph pattern into this one, which means now I'm going to have to go underneath that myrrh that I made, or mirth. Okay, from here, I'm going to come out here. Underneath. I have room to take this a little further, and I will. So I'm going to take that over here. Underneath, lift my pen again. And then from here, I'm going to do a smaller one than the others were. Back and forth, and then this one I will take down, just like that. Okay, so we're ready to start connecting to the middle. And again, I will move ever so slightly quicker this time. So from here to here, I have a dot. I'm going to connect to the dot. From here to here, I'm going to put a dot. I'm going to connect from this point to the dot. From here to here, I find the middle, connect. From here to here, the middle, connect. From here, got it. Here, find the middle, connect. Find the middle, going to go underneath, hollabaugh fashion, come out the other side. That's fun to get that kind of practice. I know nobody likes it, especially at first, but it does come. Okay, look how odd this shape is. So from the dot, underneath, and connect. Now, if you like this, you're welcome to leave it right here. You don't have to add on. It's lovely the way it is. But I'm going to go ahead and make one more layer. So that means Emmy's going to have to turn her work. Okay? Okay, this time I'm going to go from the point here to the middle here. From this point to the middle here. Find my middle, point, find my middle, point, find my middle, connect, find my middle, connect, connect, and that's it. What am I going to fill it with? I have lovely ideas. So when I worked on the other one, by the way, I thought I would put a little bit of fun things out here from the point. I don't know if I'm going to have room here, but I do have room here. So I just made these little beads that connect, and maybe I'll have room down here too. Take a little off. Down, and maybe I'll make a little heart. And that one's got to go underneath. Could make another one. Go underneath. Just a fun little treatment, something different to look at. That is what Zentangle's about. Okay, so this time, these aren't any bigger. I did try. Maybe for the fun of it, I think this would be fun to do. So just on the bigger ones, I'm going to make a half a moon. And then inside the half moon, I'm going to do a cutout that direction. Darken that. Make another half moon. Oh, how fun is this? And then I like to connect a series of C's, and I like to work from wall to wall. Take your time, really get your zen on here. Okay, so I just want to do the bigger ones like this. So the smaller ones, all I'm going to do is just shade them. So I'm just going to lay these in here on each one. Lifting, go behind. See, I'm doing this because I think it's going to give me a little more drama to do this dark. So if that makes sense, go ahead and lay them in now. And let's stick together while we darken them. Whoops, that one I didn't mean to darken that way. I have a new pattern going on now. Oh well, what's new? Okay, so every other one I'm just going to plain old darken. So this one, I'm going to do the pattern I showed you, which is the reverse smile. This one, I'm just going to darken. New pattern time. I think it's healthy to learn new things. Not much room in here. This one will just be dark. I hope yours is coming along. Oh, I wish I could see it. I wish you'd show me. Oh, anyway. I would love to see what you're up to. So, what I'm going to do is take a minute and put these C's in each one. So I will meet you at the end for a tiny bit of shading. That all I want to do is add shade here. If you were able to dig in with each side of your C's, you won't need to add any shade into those fun little tubes or cones. You'll just be able to leave them just as they are. I want to put a little shading in these little circles that I made here and a little shading on the side of the heart. But if you're not sure, this is where you'd shade on each side if you want that to be even more rounded. Just add a tiny bit. You don't need much. Cute, cute, huh? Okay, when you smudge this gray, this is really gonna look cool. I hope you like it as well as I do. I hope yours looks really cool too. If not, watch the video again. It's short. Good gravy. It's very short. So many different things you can put in these cones. So I hope you enjoyed this. It was really fun to be here with you today. And I will see you tomorrow for day 26. Do you believe it? Woohoo! Bye.